Today, I'm going to be talking to Mush Panjwani, who is a successful sales trainer and motivational speaker for about 30 years. He has also been working with corporates, entrepreneurs, and managers for about 30 years in 20 different countries across Asia Pacific. He is also the founder of Din Chak Life, which is a book about living a fantastic life. Mush is also a very, very dear friend and a mentor, and I personally find him the most inspirational person. So let's talk to Mush. So here's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be talking about how to live a fantastic life. Hello Mush, thank you so much for coming to Coffee with Karishma. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Mush Panjwani. Mush is the first half of my first name.
Yes.
It's Mushtaq
Mushtaq.
Ahmed Panjwani.
Okay.
I was born in India. I grew up in Pakistan. I've lived in Hong Kong for over 20 years now.
Because we have all these great models and goal-setting models to follow, and it's super. I'd love to follow them, but it's difficult to get yourself at that stage to just do it, to get motivated. So what is that one thing that keeps you motivated and keeps you going?
I'm glad you asked that question because there's something else which is the foundation for everything that we've talked about.
Yeah.
Which we didn't talk about. And
It is the main thing.
And that is the principle of happiness
Okay.
and positivity.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times and a lot of people believe that happiness comes as a result of achieving something.
Yeah.
That when you are healthy and fit, you will be happy. When you have great relationships, you'll be happy. When you are in a great job and a career, you'll be happy.
Correct.
When you make lots of money, you'll be happy.
Yeah.
There's this amazing research and findings in positive psychology.
Yeah.
And couple of people at the forefront of that is Sean Eckhor, for example,
Yeah.
who has written this book called The Happiness Advantage.
Okay.
And I've been learning and following that work for quite some time now. And so what they're saying is that happiness is the starting point.
Okay. That's interesting.
So it's not like people who have money will be happy.
Yeah.
It's people who are happy will make more money. It's not like people who have great relationships are happy. No, people who are happy will attract great relationships.
Okay.
So this is the foundation for everything that you do, and that's why we gotta spend some time and effort and invest in some amount of learning and our energy and focus on learning how to become more happier.
Yeah.
Because you raise your level of happiness and positivity,
Yeah.
everything else starts to happen.
Become happy. Yeah.
Right? So back to your question, how do I stay motivated? And I
Yeah.
believe that happiness is the first step. So once you learn how to be happy and positive, that gives you more motivation.
And is it a
And
mindset?
that motivation makes you successful.
Yeah.
And so it's happiness which leads to your motivation, and that motivation. So happiness plus motivation put together makes you successful. So you will not be able to follow your 4 steps or the 4 Ds or any of these models
Yeah.
if you're not a happy and a positive person. You're gonna
Correct.
wake up happy.
Yeah. But how do you be happy? Say for example, someone's life is just going miserable. Everything sucks. Job sucks. Family sucks. Relationships. Everything just sucks. How do you get up and be like, no, I'm happy. I got this. How do you do that?
Well, that will require another hour of talking because that's my favorite topic. You know, this 10 steps to happiness. I could do a 90-minute talk on 10 steps to happiness.
Yeah, for that we go to mushpanjwani.com.
But what I would like to say is just one thing, which is a starting point of all happiness and positivity, is gratefulness.
Gratefulness.
You're gonna wake up in the morning and feel grateful that you're alive. Regardless of the issues in your life, you're gonna feel grateful. 200,000 people died in the last 24 hours. Did you know that? 200,000 people die every day. We did not die. We woke up alive, and we can take it for granted, or we can wake up alive and say, yeah, I got up alive, I've got life. So it all starts with gratefulness. You gotta be grateful for the things you do have in your life, and regardless of the challenges and problems, you have a lot of things to be grateful for.
Correct.
You gotta be grateful for being alive, having a family, being able to breathe, having food to eat, having a shelter, having a house. Number of refugees in the world right now is record-breaking. And we take it for granted that we have a house and we have a country that we call home.
Yeah.
If you have a family, if you love somebody, if somebody loves you, if you can read and write, if you're educated, you got a job, you got some money, you have so many things to be grateful for.
Correct.
So that's the starting point for all the happiness and positivity. And happiness and positivity is the foundation for all the motivation
to come over.
and happiness and motivation put together
So just
makes
be
you
grateful
successful.
for what you have. Even if everything is going miserable, it looks like it's miserable.
Everything is not miserable,
Nothing
everything
is
is so
miserable.
fantastic.
Everything is fantastic.
If you woke up alive,
Have coffee.
everything is fantastic.
Yeah.
You have coffee, everything is fantastic. Did you have breakfast today?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you're having a great life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything is not miserable, everything is super good.
Super good. So the key is to be grateful.
To
and
acknowledge all the
to
amazing
acknowledge
things. To acknowledge
what you have.
all the
Yeah.
great things in your life.
And then you become happy, and then you stay motivated, and then you can do goal settings and apply the 4Ds and dream and do everything that you want to do.
I know it sounds very simple, but that's what I've been doing
You're
for
a
30
living
years.
example of
And I've been
it.
teaching that principle, and
Yeah.
you gotta push yourself to train
To
yourself,
train
to-
yourself.
To develop some of these habits.
Yeah.
And it all starts with
Yeah.
learning how to be happier. Once you
It's
become
almost just
happier,
like-
everything else starts falling in place. Happy. If you are happier, you will have better relationships. If you are happier, you will be more productive at work. If you are happier, you'll start making more money.
Money.
If you're happier, you'll be healthier.
Yeah.
You'll live longer.
Yeah. Just smiling and being happy. Yeah. That's true. So everything starts with happiness. That's super, super interesting. All right, great. Well, that is great insight and a great overall look on how to live a fantastic life. Thank you so much, Mush, for coming on this show. Thank you so much for watching Coffee with Karishma. I hope you have gotten inspired and got that fire out to get closer to your dreams. Let me know what you thought about today's episode in the comment box below, and stay inspired, and see you next episode.